altimeter 2987.
Okay, push, I don't think you have to push in. Turn it to 2987. You're right about
almost there now. Is that about it right there?
Yeah, you're good. Okay, that's set. So it's about 850. Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 1802 Victor. We're taking the active 33, departing on 33 Cleburne traffic. 10 degrees of turn, those little hatch marks on that.
Each one of those is 10 degrees?
Yes.
Now, can I use rudder to make that turn?
It's coordinated. You use both.
Okay.
Use aileron and rudder. Okay. If you want to go ahead and use a little trim right now, push the nose down, trim
now
it.
To push the nose down, I'm rolling up, right?
Yes. If you're not sure, glance down there.
Nose down, okay.
You should feel the difference.
Yeah, definitely. As you turn,
yes.
you have a tendency to pick up a little power.
Well, it sounded like it just then.
Depends on the wind. And
yeah, it depends on the wind. Normally, you turn real steep, your nose will want to drop because we have the weight. Your nose, you probably do pick up speed. Yeah.
Cessna November 8, 106 Umbrella, you have a seatbelt hanging out your door.
A106 Uniform Roger. We just switched out pilots over here. We're doing an intro flight for 2 different people, so we'll get it in. I appreciate the help.
All right, just didn't want you to take off with that.
You've been flying 15 minutes. Put that in your logbook.
I don't have a logbook.
Oh no, you got to get a logbook.
I'll buy a logbook.
With today's date, airplane, blue point, well, by the time we finish, you'll have probably 0.5, half an hour. See a bird, they always pull their wings in and dive. So if we're, horizon level is our level. See a bird, give it some throttle and pull up or bank away. But don't go under a bird. Look at those birds. Oh, that's a geese.
I think that's, I don't know what that is, but there was something after it, too.
Yeah, there's like the little vultures were chasing the geese.
I'm going to make the turn.
Okay.
Is that a road right there in front of us?
Yeah, it's from this lakeside down this side of the lake to the dam. I don't know what the number is. I drove out here and drank beer or something from Hillsboro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look at those fence lines.
And that's an old road. There's a road that crossed this area probably down through here, or a fence line, I don't know.
So maybe both.
Yeah.
Fence lines tend to be by roads.
Yeah, well the birds crap.
Look at an old road. I mean, you can still see an old
line
road
up over there.
Lining up over there.
You always kind of look around the corner. You just don't want to turn into somebody. Man, white bluffs,
yeah.
I don't think they can get out of their
docks there, their marina, yeah. Well, look at that marina.
Oh, wow, yeah. Stumpy, it's shallow.
That's a pretty good sized boat down there.
Oh, man, yeah. The only one on the lake. I bet the water's still pretty cold.
Yeah. Oh, I can remember having a barge and going across that, but it's being shallow.
Oh, just barely, clearing it.
But you could drive across.
Oh, there's definitely a road that people have been on.
Yeah.
Well, it gets wet over there. Imagine this town.
Yeah.
I've landed there. That's a grass runway.
Oh, really?
Owned by a retired American Airlines pilot.
Oh.
Now you're about to go right over Lake Whitney State Park Airport. I've landed. That's the shortest runway I've ever landed on, 2,000 feet. But this plane does fine at 2,000.
Yeah. You have to be careful there with all the deer.
Oh yeah,
you definitely
nighttime.
don't want to land in the evening or early morning.
There's actually an airplane down there right now.
Your airspace at 3,000.
Yeah.
It's a great short field practice place.
I understand this now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost easier for me to look here than it is over there.
It is easier, but here's what happens. This one's got a bunch of wheels and things going on inside there, and so it slowly, on a lot of turns, it gets off. So you got to sink it, basically sink it. Like this says, just on the high end of north, you're at 3.5. Go ahead and you can redo this if they're not sinking. This is a whiskey, they call it whiskey compass, and it should be accurate with magnetic north. And this one it's called precessing. It precesses, it gets off. So every once in a while on a long trip, you want to be sure they G-haul.
Whiskey in there?
Oh, I'll tell you what's in there. Kerosene. This instrument is probably the most important because it tells you two different things.
Yeah.
It tells you climb, descend, and turning. It tells you turns. This is a turn thing, but you can see it's real squirrely.
Yeah. 33 Cleburne, touch and go.
Well, you know, oh, shoot.
That's why you probably need to keep your hand on the throttle. You don't know what's going to happen.
Good afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Almost looks turquoise-like.
We're not grading these.
Looks like Six Flags water.
Yeah. I wonder if a tower traffic
5 miles south of airport, entering
plane landing in
left
the wrong
upwind.
runway.
I would think they got to look at what Greg did.
Could he have said something like, hey, guys, you're not...
Yeah,
you're
he
not
should have. I mean, he's looking at a radar thing. He knows that airplane. Control tower and commercial, they're talking to him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he could... Well, what happens is, this happens to me, I'll say I've got the airport in sight, and they say, okay, you're cleared for, 3-3. Well, he said he got the airport in sight, but he's looking at the wrong airport.
Yeah.
But the controller should have said, looking at it, the guy said, I think the controller actually said you're 6 miles out, and the guy didn't snap on it when he was like 2 miles out. He says, you're 6 miles out. He should have said, okay, I'm looking at the wrong airport. Okay, I'm going to descend. But keep an eye out. There's some guy that just took off that's heading southwest, he said. Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 02 Victor, 2.5 south-southwest, Cleburne. Land and take off into the wind. Because you want your airplane controls to be effective.
Right.
Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 02 Victor, left base for 33, full stop, Cleburne. Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 02 Victor, turning final 33, full stop, Cleburne. Yeah, I'm going to have to really bring it around to line up with center line, and I'd lose a lot of altitude, too. We're good, though. I think I'm good.
Clifton traffic, Cherokee 5740 Foxtrot, turning left base, runway 32, Clifton.
Must be a little bit of a wind from not straight down the runway. Drop in some flaps, about 10 degrees of flaps. You can feel it buck the airplane a little bit. Full power. Aim for the runway. Line up on center line. You want your speed. I'm a little too fast. I got to be at. I got to land at 74. 74 is basically dead stick. Now at this point, we've made the runway. I'm pulling power. We don't have any power. I just fly it right down to the ground, and then flare. You want to do a little. They call it round out or flare, so you won't hit on your nose. I've lost some. Air in my nose strut, so I can't really hit very hard there. Okay, we're doing good. Now just let the plane sink. I've got my nose up. I'm just going to let it sink. That's a stall warning. That means we're about to drop. We're about on the runway. Come on, baby. Okay, we're on. We're on. A little power back in it. We'll exit on this first exit. Flew for about 42 minutes.
Supposed to have our door unlocked when we...
No. No, if we're off airport, if we're landing in the pasture.
Oh. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the doors, if you hit a tree or run into a building and the doors jam, you can't get them open. That's a straight tail. That's a Cessna 172 straight tail. The last year they made them was 1959. Man, that is cool. I love that airplane.
It is a pretty... I like it.
Yeah, that thing.
The chrome.